Right now at 5, the man convicted of beating his girlfriend to death has been sentenced in Monroe County.
And a new proposal may help limit nitrate levels in Minnesota soil.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. 2 people are arrested for allegedly sex trafficking a minor. According to their criminal complaints, La Crosse police were sent to a gas station for an assault call on June 4th. There, a 16-year-old girl said she was being trafficked and assaulted by 30-year-old Dwayne Davis. Investigators learned the girl had been working for Davis since March and was also forced to have intercourse with him multiple times. The next day, Davis was arrested and charged with multiple felony counts, including trafficking of a child and child sexual exploitation. He's being held on a $50,000 cash bond. Investigators also learned that 26-year-old Courtney Klickner created an account for the girl on an online escort service. After police contacted Klickner, she turned herself in on June 25th. She's charged with 1 count of trafficking a child and is currently out of jail on a $1,000 cash bond.
A Sparta man will spend 33 years in prison for beating his girlfriend to death. 34-year-old Sean Hawk was sentenced in Monroe County Court for killing 32-year-old Sarah Latimer in May of 2022. He'll spend 33 years confined and another 20 under extended supervision. Hawk initially faced a first-degree intentional homicide charge, though he eventually pleaded guilty to a charge of first-degree reckless homicide. He had been convicted of domestic abuse before Latimer's death. Latimer's mother says it's important to finally have closure, but she says the law didn't do enough to protect her daughter when she needed it most.
All the cases that they went through for the domestic violence and him beating her up, they only gave him probation at the end. And in April of 22, he got put on probation. In May of 22, he killed her. So if he would have gone to jail and not probation, she'd still be alive right now.
Latimer says she's happy Hawk is going to jail, but didn't want it to be this long for the sake of Hawk and Sarah Latimer's young son.
Authorities in Wabasha County are investigating an apparent accidental shooting of a 6-year-old. The Wabasha County Sheriff's Office says they received reports of a 6-year-old with gunshot wounds at a residence in Elgin at about 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. The child was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The Sheriff's Office says the incident appears to be accidental. They also confirmed the wounds were caused by another person. The investigation is ongoing.
Governor Evers is ordering flags at half-staff today in honor of a Wisconsin youth prison counselor who was killed by an inmate. 49-year-old Corey Prolks was attacked by a 16-year-old inmate Monday while on duty at Lincoln Hills Copper Lake Schools, which is a youth prison in Irma. Prolks was declared brain dead and passed away Tuesday. The inmate was charged in adult court on counts of second-degree reckless homicide, felony murder, battery, and 2 counts of battery by a prisoner. He could face up to 58 years in prison. Prolks' death comes 3 weeks after prosecutors filed criminal charges against a warden and multiple staffers with the Wisconsin Department of Corrections following 2 inmates' deaths.
Yeah, nice conditions once again today. We had temperatures back into the 80s for most locations with a little bit of cloud cover, but you notice the dew points have fallen. It's less humid out there with that north wind that's continuing to fall. We're going to see the conditions here as we go out throughout the day. Hold on, we get the clicker. There we go, coming through. We're going to see conditions here this evening that are not going to be really much in the way of change, but there's your dew point difference from yesterday. We saw the noticeable drop today, yesterday afternoon and today, so that's why our dew points are back in the 50s, even 40s in some locations. No problems this evening, pleasant conditions, a north-northeast wind. Same story for La Crosse, maybe some cloud cover at both locations too, especially further north. Otherwise 66 as we go towards 10 p.m. Just a little bit of fair weather cumulus clouds out there with the daytime heating. Really, that's what we'll see pretty much throughout the night, just a little bit of low cloud cover, maybe throughout the night, but notice the temperatures. We are going to see them drop into the 50s as we go throughout, maybe even a few spots getting into the 40s because there's a little bit of a drier air mass. So for tomorrow, pleasant conditions continue, increasing clouds, but we do have some rain on the way. I'll break down when to expect that later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
The partial failure of the Rapidan Dam in Minnesota caused a local landmark to fall into the Blue Earth River. The house belonged to owners of the Rapidan Dam store, and fortunately, no one was home at the time. With Minnesota's historic flooding, the ground under the house eroded by rushing water around the 114-year-old dam, which partially failed Monday.
Minnesota health officials say nitrate contamination is all too common in Winona, Houston, and Fillmore County groundwater. The State Department of Health says the chemical compound is linked to serious health risks like cancer and blue baby syndrome.
One of the easiest ways it gets into groundwater is manure runoff from farms. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut explains a new proposal that would restrict certain farming practices to lower Minnesota's nitrate levels. Allison.
Ken and Emily, that Department of Agriculture report found that more than 1 in 10 southeastern Minnesota private wells have unsafe nitrate levels. Unique geological features make the area even more at risk to nitrate contamination. Environmental advocates say proposed changes to 2 permits would regulate the state's largest feedlots to protect vulnerable areas.
What this permit does is add some very common sense kinds of protections that will help address the nitrate pollution problem.
Major changes could soon be coming to Minnesota's largest feedlots. Minnesota's Pollution Control Agency has proposed changes to large facility permits that impact manure policies.
In the areas where the groundwater needs the most protection, those vulnerable areas, there are additional practices that farmers will have to follow.
The new requirements can be broken down into 3 parts. The first is when the manure is spread, requiring other crops be planted during some seasons.
When you apply manure in the fall, it's best if there are cover crops being planted at that same time in order to use that nitrogen. Otherwise, it's very likely that that nitrogen is going to run off.
Farmers will also be required to go through visual inspections.
Once you are spreading the manure, you have to go around the field and look and see, is this washing off into the ditch?
Farmers will need to inspect their fields while manure is being applied and at the end of every workday. The last part focuses on manure ownership.
If the feedlot transfers manure to someone else to apply on their fields, that person that bought the manure has to follow the same rules as the person who sold the manure.
The permit changes would only impact 1,000 of the state's 17,000 registered livestock feedlots. Anderson hopes there will be greater changes later on.
This is what we would like to see for a first step, and we think that things need to go a lot farther.
In a statement, the MPCA says the changes would not be enforced until 2028, saying the proposed requirements are a significant change for the farmers, and they will need time to determine how to implement the changes. Some agricultural advocates are concerned the changes will hurt the state's farming industry, but Anderson says clean drinking water for all is more important.
This is hurting rural people. They have to take the steps that could cost, if digging a new well is tens of thousands of dollars to make sure that they're protected from this nitrate that's getting into the groundwater.
Minnesotans have until August 9th to comment on the proposed permit changes. Then the MPCA will decide whether to adopt them. Ken and Emily?
All right, Allison, thank you very much. And MDH is hosting a water quality public meeting at Rushford Peterson School right now until 8 p.m. tonight. Private well owners in the area can bring in a sample of their water to get it tested for nitrates free of charge.
Well, good news for those looking to cool off in the Black River Falls area. It turns out the Hoffman Aquatic Center will open this year after all. Earlier this month, the Hoffman Aquatic Center announced they would be closed for the 2nd year in a row due to an ongoing leak. In a release today, city officials say the leak has been fixed and all water features are working smoothly. The Aquatic Center will open for the season this Saturday.
The Supreme Court decides a major case about social media and the government.
Why legal experts believe there could be future challenges on this topic.
How would you like to replace that old outdated bathtub with a luxurious easy access walk-in shower? It's easy when you call Mad City Baths. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Call now during big deal days and save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. Now that's a big deal. 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior military discounts plus a bonus. Receive $750 in safety upgrades with your bath or shower purchase. And call during this program for the free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate from Mad City. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant and she was about to lose her baby. Because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
Get ready to save huge at the King Furniture Independence Day sale going on now. We're celebrating with huge discounts on sofas, sectionals, recliners, bedrooms, dining rooms, lift chairs, and more. Our warehouse is overstocked and we need to move some furniture fast. That means incredible savings for you. Find July 4th deals on the best brands in the furniture and mattress business. Do not miss the King Furniture Independence Day sale going on now.
Gutters and gutter protection. New seamless steel fascia gutters. New K-style aluminum gutters. Available in 25 colors and gutter protection to keep your gutter clean. Seamless steel siding, insulated vinyl siding, standard vinyl siding. Soffit, fascia, and window trim. The Board Store Home Improvements, making aging homes new again for over 30 years. Superior products installed correctly for less than most others. New windows, door, a deck, or sunroom. The Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Supreme Court has sided with the Biden administration in a challenge over the government's communication with social media companies during the COVID-19 pandemic and 2020 election.
Natalie Brand is in Washington with more.
In a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court ruled a group of social media users, along with the states of Louisiana and Missouri, did not have the right to sue over the Biden administration's contact with social media platforms during the coronavirus pandemic and 2020 election season. The case stemmed from the federal government's efforts to remove content it said was misinformation.
Information that they deemed could be dangerous, medical misinformation, say with having to do with COVID and vaccines, or election misinformation.
Make some noise for free speech!
Social media users demonstrating outside the court during arguments in March argued their First Amendment rights were stifled.
We don't need no censorship.
In a dissent, Justices Alito, Thomas, and Gorsuch called the case one of the most important free speech cases to reach the court in years. They accused the government of coercing the social media companies.
The court doesn't shut the door to future challenges. They maybe raise the bar a little bit to what somebody would have to show.
Georgetown law professor Mary Pat Dwyer focuses on technology and law.
We may still see future questions around sort of what types of things should we and shouldn't we see between platforms and the government.
While she believes future cases are likely, the Biden administration is celebrating Wednesday's decision, saying it will ensure work can continue with tech companies to protect American safety and security. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Supreme Court watchers are still waiting on 2 decisions involving former President Donald Trump.
A series of mini play sets have been recalled by the manufacturer.
The sets affected and the danger they could pose to your children.
And we got pleasant conditions for your Thursday. We got some increasing clouds, but we do have some rain on the way for Friday. We'll break down how much you'll see and whether it'll impact your morning or evening commute. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
For a safe, accessible bathroom that's anything but boring, call Mad City Baths. Combine a barrier-free shower base or walk-in tub with premium wall designs and fixture combinations. Expertly installed in as little as 1 day. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Here's another reason to call now. During Big Deal Day, save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. Now that's a big deal. 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior military discounts plus a bonus. Receive $750 in safety upgrades with your bath or shower purchase. And call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, in western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
At Toma Health, we're committed to delivering quality obstetric and newborn care for our community.
I'm Tim Larson.
I'm Samantha Larson, and this is our son Mac Larson, and we are from Sparta, Wisconsin. I feel like they really tried to set us up for success as first-time parents.
Toma Health offers the latest techniques in gynecology, prenatal care, obstetrics, and postpartum recovery.
I just felt so supported by all the nursing staff, the doctors, everybody. Toma Health, caring for our community.
Your adventure starts here at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. We've got something for everyone. Explore hundreds of miles of off-road fun. Cap off the night with the crew by spinning up even more excitement. Or slow it down and relax. Just the two of you. Your adventure awaits, outdoors, indoors. Call or visit Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls today. Experience the difference. Trail Riders Package available.
Get an 11% rebate on outdoor power equipment at Menards. Tame unruly landscapes with ease using the Masterforce 80-volt string trimmer with Flex Connect. Seamlessly transition between attachments, including a hedge trimmer, pole saw, brush cutter, and edger. Own the outdoors with Masterforce outdoor power equipment and start your landscaping project today. The 80-volt string trimmer kit is $229.99, and each Flex Connect attachment is $54.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
MGA Entertainment has recalled 21 million Make It Mini sets.
The items in the kids' kitchen playset contain unused liquid resin that can cause skin, eye, and respiratory irritation. That's according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. MGA has received 26 reports of injury so far, and in one incident, someone's asthma was triggered. The recalled sets include Make It Mini appliances, all models and series of Make It Mini food, and Make It Mini lifestyle. If you have a recalled product, you can contact MGA for a full refund or replacement.
Well, you could be in the shoes of the late king of rock and roll. Elvis Presley's famous blue suede shoes are up for grabs at British auction house Henry Aldridge & Son. The opening bid starts Friday at nearly $70,000. They're expected to go for about $150,000. The shoes are size 10.5 and stamped with the Nan Bush brand. They were worn by Presley both on and off stage during the 1950s. He gave them to his friend Alan Fortis in 1958, the night before leaving for service with the U.S. Army.
Well, it was an absolutely wonderful day to get outside.
Oh my gosh, couldn't ask for a better one.
I know,
no
absolutely
complaints.
Perfect. Outdoors as much as we could today, and it looks like we'll get another pleasant day tomorrow, Greg.
Yeah, we got one more day coming here before we do have some wet conditions that will arrive for Friday. The good news is we're not looking at any severe weather with it. That's the positive. But yeah, dry through tomorrow night. That's the positive news. We do have a wet Friday morning, especially the morning. It's less likely in the afternoon and Friday night, but still there's that chance. And then hit and miss storms, as I mentioned, Friday afternoon and night. I don't think a lot of areas will be wet on either of those periods, but we will stand as a front comes through during that time frame. Right now, really look at the big picture. The system we're monitoring is way out to the west, the Pacific coast. So it's going to take some time to get here, but eventually that is going to ride over the jet and dig south and come through the area eventually as we get closer to Friday morning's commute. It's going to take some time to get here. In the meantime, really, it's just going to be less clouds tonight, drier air mass, and that means our temperatures will probably fall back into the lower to mid 50s, and potentially some areas, especially further east and north, could get into the upper 40s, so a little bit of a chill. There's a little bit of cloud cover right there. That could be some low clouds that could develop in certain areas. If it does, it won't last too long. There's your upper 40s right there to the east near Sparta and those areas. And then overall tomorrow, the winds begin to turn around from the south. We'll see increasing cloud cover throughout the day. Still plenty of sun to come through. Temperatures getting up into the 50s, 70s by noon. And then in the afternoon, we should see most of the temperatures and the high temperatures probably getting into the low, mid to upper 70s. A few spots maybe touching 80 further south. As we go through tomorrow, evening's commute should remain dry. Cloud cover will continue to increase. Temperatures lowering back in the 70s. All that precipitation to the west with that system approaching should stay out there, and that'll be the rule going into tomorrow night too. It should remain dry as the winds pick up. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer as we go into Friday. Precipitation, I'll kind of time out what we're expecting, but this is kind of the mounts. It gets much higher as you go further north, but overall, this won't impact any type of river situation that's going on, maybe a quarter to a half, and most of this is falling in the morning. So really, that's what we're looking at. Once it comes through, then actually things should improve for Friday afternoon and evening, but cloud cover will remain along with cooler temperatures going into Saturday and Sunday. Now for the river, a lot of areas are starting, actually La Crosse is in the moderate stage, but still we're rising up to moderate stage, and it looks like right now we'll probably maintain at least moderate stage flooding levels probably through the 4th of July and maybe beyond that as we look at it. But those are your level levels right now. As I mentioned, that La Crosse is really topped 14. That is at moderate stage, and it's likely to remain there at least through the 4th of July, maybe beyond that. The rest of them are starting to approach that, so we're going to remain with some high level flow for quite a while, so something to keep in mind of. There's your precipitation for the next 7 days. This is 7 days, so it looks kind of impressive, but over 7 days, 2 inches. That's not as much, so we're not expecting it may prolong this crest that continues, but we're not expecting it to go any higher with that amount of precipitation. But for tonight, really, it's going to be kind of pleasant conditions, a little cooler. Could see some upper 40s in some areas overall. Should be a nice day, and then a nice night, and a nice day tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 70s and near 80 for many locations with increasing cloud cover. Then as we go throughout the 8-day forecast, there's your precipitation for Friday, with the bulk of that probably falling in the morning hours, and then quite a cool weekend, really. 74 on Sunday. So next chance of rain comes Monday into Tuesday. So overall, the weekend looks good, but it's definitely not going to be warm and humid.
All right, not too shabby for us. Thank you, Greg. Well, kids experiencing homelessness have the chance to go to summer camp.
How the volunteers are able to make the camp possible.
A new medical breakthrough is allowing one boy to better control his epileptic seizures. Thursday on News 8 Now, we will take a look at how it works and how it could change medicine.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Time is running out to call Mad City Baths during Big Deal Days. Our American-made baths and showers are infused with Microban for easy cleaning. And in addition to baths, Mad City is also your trusted source for Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Last chance to call during this program to take advantage of the savings during Big Deal Days. Save $1,000 on a new bath or shower. Now that's a big deal. 0 down and 0 interest till 2026. Senior and military discounts plus a bonus. Receive $750 in safety upgrades with your bath or shower purchase. And remember, this is the last chance during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through, up to 8 available cameras and 14 views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial, or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
An organization in Maryland is stepping in to give children struggling with homelessness a summer to remember.
Camp St. Vincent primarily serves children between the ages of 5 to 14 who are battling homelessness in Baltimore. This summer, more than 100 campers are getting to take part in sports and art programs, field trips, in addition to receiving academic support in reading and math.
High school students and community volunteers also play a valuable role at the camp.
Being a beacon in the city for kids who have those financial circumstances that don't allow them to be able to have access, and then open doors for them that they can see themselves in the future doing some of the things that we provide.
Camp St. Vincent is accepting donations for different items, including snacks, bathing suits, and pool towels, so that the fun can continue all summer long.
Oh, good for them. Did you ever go to summer camp?
No, actually, I did not. How about you?
I went in middle school in East Texas, and I loved it. I went 6th and 7th grade with my best friend, and some of my favorite summer memories in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Summers to remember.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope they have just as a memorable experience
For sure.
as I did. Okay, we'll have another look at tonight's forecast after the break.
Every week it costs more to feed my family. Prices are just out of control.
Boy, inflation is really hurting us. It's got to stop.
Career politicians like Biden and Baldwin just don't get it. They're making things harder for folks here in Wisconsin. By stopping the crazy spending that caused inflation and cutting red tape, we can bring prices down. It's time for a change. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'll get the job done for Wisconsin families.
It's here, the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's the perfect time to save with store-wide sale prices, 48-month special financing, and free gas. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Great sale prices, 48-month special financing, and even free gas. The 4th of July sale happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
A storm damage message from Knutson Roofing. If the roof on your home, business, church, or school was damaged by recent storms, call your local roof repair expert, Knutson Roofing at 715-ROOFING. Trust a local company with thousands of references to fix your roof, not the drive-through town companies that show up after a storm. Knutson Roofing, local, dependable. Did we say local? Call 715-ROOFING today.
One day only, this Thursday, June 27th. Save big on Hy-Vee butter, just $2.99. Washington red cherries, just $2.77 a pound. 6-pack bottles of Coke products, just $2.99. Gatorade 8-packs, just $4.99. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, 3 for just $4. And buy one, get one free Doritos. Get these great deals and more Thursday only and only at Hy-Vee.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
All right, should be a clear night. Some low clouds out there potentially, but the temperatures will be cooler. We're looking at 57 in La Crosse, but some areas outside the city areas could get into the low upper 40s, so a little bit cooler. The good news is still dry and pleasant for Thursday, but wet conditions coming for Friday. That looks more in the morning, less in the afternoon and evening. And if you look at the weekend, it's going to get kind of, I would almost say chilly on sometimes Sunday with only 74.
Oh, come on, that ain't
But
chilly.
overall, it's still good for me.
That's chilly
I like
for me.
I'll take it for sure. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 6.